Good morning, guys. Tony Maritato here. So in this video, I want to share 3 monetization strategies that I've been using to gain some extra income from my website that really don't impact patient care. Because one of my obsessions for decades now has been, I don't want to feel compelled to treat patients to earn an income. I want to treat patients because I enjoy treating patients. I want to protect the passion I have for treating patients. And the best way for me to protect that is to not become dependent on that for my main financial security. So I build businesses, I do other things to gain income so that if I can't charge for a patient interaction, I'm okay to do it pro bono or other things that I can do. I can always find ways to make it work without violating any laws or compliance issues, regulatory issues. So let me share the 3 ways that I monetize my website to gain extra income. And we'll talk about the valuation on that income at the end of this video so you can see if it's worth putting the time into these kinds of activities. So first, behind me, real simple, that's my website. Super basic. If you look up here at the top right, you can see I've got a page for my YouTube channel. I've got a page for About Me. I've got my blog. My blog is where all of the traffic comes from. And to just give you some idea of how the site has grown. In fact, I wasn't planning on this, but let me jump into my Google Analytics and I'll show you. I've shared this a bunch of times, so you guys are probably sick of seeing it. Switch over to my account. And basically right now, I think the site's averaging about 35,000 page views per month. It's not a huge site. We go to behavior overview. We're doing about 15,000 visits. I'm going to go back to 2020 so you can kind of see the growth. So back here, early 2020, there's just nothing. I get a little blip on the radar at the end of 2020. So this is showing you, if we were to say 2021 right here, this is showing you about a year's worth of growth. Big hiccup right in that spot there, but then it continues to kind of normalize, and now we're back on the same growth trajectory that I was before. So looking at my monetization, so this is inside my Ezoic account. Ezoic is an ad display network. They pay me to place ads on my website. You can see that based on their metrics, the website received 15,814 visits. Typically, those visits are averaging about 2.2 page views per visit. My earnings continue to increase. I just added Ezoic November of 2021, but over the last month, we're at $300 for the last 30 days of income. So start to track this mentally for me. $300 a month from ad revenue. This is inside my Amazon affiliate account, and the affiliate income has been averaging around $150 to $200 a month over the last couple months. So this is the most recent 30 days. I don't know the presets. I can show you this year, which isn't really going to give you much. It's just going to include January and a little bit of February. But if I look at last year, so last year affiliate income came in at $2,150. You can see average was like monthly. This dropped to $88 for the month, $138, $140, $140, $242, $180, $258. So I'm just kind of hovering in that, 250 was the highest, 150 probably at the lower end, and I think this year we're going to be looking at the same. So if we're looking at 300 a month from display ads, let's say 200 a month from Amazon affiliate, hopefully assuming it continues to grow, we're looking at about 500 a month from those 2 sources. Then my third source, which is my highest revenue generating, is YouTube. Now, this is the YouTube channel associated with that website. If I come over here, let's do 365 days. You can see that over the last 365 days, we've generated 1.4, almost 1.5 million views. We've collected, $12,147. So this YouTube channel is averaging about $1,000 a month. We add that to the 500 coming from Ezoic and from Amazon. We're looking at average income of $1,500 a month. So what does that mean from a valuation perspective? Okay, well, this website, one of my favorites, this is flippa.com. It is a place where it's can't think of the word, but basically you buy and sell websites, preferably revenue generating, profit generating websites. And so if we take a look down here, a couple pieces of info, and you can create a free account on Flippa to see more detailed information. But these are sold sites. So what I did was I went down here to the bottom of the filter options and I chose recently sold because I only want to see what's actually sold. And then I arranged it by price. I think this covers the most recent 3 months of transactions. But this one was a $100,000 sale. $3,400 a month profit, almost a 3 times multiple, 2.7 multiple. This one, it's a 3-year-old site, $3,200 a month profit, 71,000, so a 1.8 multiple, a 2.7 multiple, 3.8 multiple, 2.5, 3.1, just to give you some idea. So I think if we look at those multiples, that's multiple on annual income, annual profit. Make sure I'm clear about that. I think we could pretty safely say a 2.5 to 3.0 multiple is what we'd be looking at. So if I jump out here and I say 1,500 times 12, we're looking at 18,000 a year. My website and Amazon affiliate is generating. So then if I multiply that by 2.5, I'm looking at about a $45,000 valuation on that. If I go up to 3.0, 54,000. So let's say there's a $50,000 valuation on the income coming from my website with monetization from display ads, Amazon affiliate, and the YouTube channel. Those 3 combined, $50,000 valuation. But it's putting $18,000 a month or $18,000 a year profit into my pocket. Now, what kind of work goes into it? I'm going to be creating YouTube videos regardless of whether YouTube is paying me or not. I just had a patient yesterday come to me. I was the 3rd physical therapist this patient chose to come to following a total knee replacement. The reason why they came to me was they weren't satisfied with therapy number 1. They weren't happy when therapy number 2 pushed them a little too aggressively and flared them up. They found my YouTube channel because they weren't going to go back to physical therapy. And they said, hey, this guy is close to us. Let's go check him out. And so I'm not counting any of the patient generation from the content that I produce, but I would be producing content regardless of whether I was getting paid an extra $15,000 a year. All of the blog content on my website is dedicated to helping people that are not within my geographic area. The next thing, look at opportunities. The next thing that I really need to do is release a course, create a community. I've got a Facebook group of over 6,000 members who have had a total knee replacement, international. I can monetize that group. I haven't done anything to work the monetization on some of those other assets that I have. So I think I could easily turn a valuation of $50,000 into a valuation of $150,000 to $300,000 by just putting the time into taking these opportunities to where they should be. But like most of you, I'm still in the clinic. I'm still treating patients. I'm not doing it full time, but I'm doing it enough that these opportunities are slipping through the cracks. So guys, I hope that gave you some useful information. I hope you saw some real world numbers. If you have questions, concerns, thoughts, ideas, please feel free to share down in the comments. And as always, if you want to see the video that YouTube is recommending you watch next, click on this thumbnail. If you want to support the channel and help me continue to grow, subscribe and watch the other videos on this channel. I'll catch you guys later.